Hey, I'm golf broadcaster Matt Adams. The updated and expanded second edition of my book, The Golf Round I'll Never Forget, Golf's Biggest Stars Recall Their Finest Moments, is now available. Readers can expect to march with Arnie's Army at the 1960 U.S. Open, relive Jack Nicklaus's remarkable 1986 Masters win, and be amazed by the Tiger Slam. The Golf Round I'll Never Forget, Golf's Biggest Stars Recall Their Finest Moments. Pick it up where fine books are sold, including BarnesandNoble.com and Amazon.com.
It's December 6th, and on this day in 1992, Jerry Rice caught his 101st touchdown of his career, moving past Steve Largent into first place on the all-time TD receptions list. In front of 58,000 at Candlestick Park, the 49ers were taking on the Miami Dolphins. Up 20-3 in the fourth quarter, 49er quarterback Steve Young spotted Rice running a post pattern and hit him at the goal line for a 12-yard strike and TD number 101 in his career. Now, this was only Rice's 8th season in the league. Largent accumulated his 100 touchdown catches in 14 seasons with the Seahawks. Rice would go on to nearly double the record, finishing with 197 touchdown catches in his 20-year career, a record that still stands today. In fact, there's no one even close. Number 2 is the retired Randy Moss at 156. The closest active player is Las Vegas's Devontae Adams, who is still working his way to 100. Interesting fact, Rice was actually robbed of a TD reception earlier in that game. In the first half, Rice caught a ball at the 1 and snuck in the end zone inside the pylon, but the side judge inexplicably ruled him out at the 1, postponing the record until the fourth quarter. In today's NFL, with video review, Rice would have had the record earlier and 198 career TD catches. Also on this day in sports history, in 1961, Syracuse running back Ernie Davis became the first African-American to win the Heisman Trophy. In his senior season, he rushed for 823 yards and 12 touchdowns and caught 2 more for scores, leading the Orange to an 8-3 record, a win in the Liberty Bowl, and a number 14 final ranking. He was the top pick in the subsequent NFL draft, but sadly never played a game in the league. Davis died in 1963 from leukemia. He was only 23 years old. And one quick correction. Yesterday, I said that Karl Malone is now third on the NBA's all-time scoring list after LeBron James moved into second place in October 2020, which is technically correct, but it was a bit confusing to not acknowledge that LeBron is now the all-time leading scorer in the NBA after passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in February. That's all for today. More tomorrow on This Day in Sports History.
Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, a.k.a. the Football History Dude, and I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. We wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website. Seriously, all you gotta do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You can be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you gotta do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.